Hey
Boom.
everyone. Howie's in here early. Woo!
Evening, Howie, and everybody else.
So let's do a quick roll call here as we let everyone starts to roll in. And of course, the first one in was P2E or Prepping to Endure, followed by Lori Jean, Queen of the North. And then Charles rolled in, aka Dave. Virginia H. And Cecilia and Courtney at Wide Family Farm, Freaky Geek, Howie, Food Forest Permaculture, Mary Beth Smith, Fishes and Lowe's Life, Michael 58,
925.
9 to 5, to Life Off Grid. And
There's
catching up
Pete's
here.
Little Homestead.
Pete's Little Homestead, okay. And Jehoiadak Maccabeus, Off Grid and Everyday Survival.
Hey,
Say
you
that.
got that one right. Yay.
Say that 5 times fast, people. Okay, caught up
It's
there.
not hard for me
Alrighty.
because it's the name out of the Bible, so I have no problem with that one.
Yeah, me too. I love that name.
Mm-hmm. Too bad most people don't know the story.
Mm-hmm.
Someday we'll have to get into that.
Yeah.
I forgot to unmute my mic. Sorry about that, guys. I was talking and I'm like, hi, everybody.
Yeah. Alrighty. So I got a question to answer that was in the chat to begin with, and it's from Virginia H. And so basically she was asking about masks and stuff. Well, right now it's getting to the point that any type of mask is better than no mask at all.
Oh, heck yeah.
If you can get some of these quote surgical masks, it's better than nothing. If you can find these babies, the N95 contractor one, it's great. It does not have to have that little valve thing in the middle.
Although that does make breathing a tad bit easier.
Right.
Yeah.
We got curtsied.
Ooh. And now I know Virginia, simply Olivia. That's Olivia is the wife of Scott of Hidden Valley Homestead. She's been making cloth mask holders that you can put N95 filter material inside them. So if you want to make a cloth one or whatever, and then you can find the HEPA filters or the N95 filters and just line those on the inside. It works better than plain cloth.
One comment to Gil's thing. They're called Olsen masks. You can find the plans on YouTube. It has a pocket and it'll take the N95. Like Gil says, do not chop up your HEPA air filter.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a no-no. You don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to order the sheets. You're going to order through eBay and Amazon. They do have it. It doesn't cost that much, and it's fairly easy. And hello, Lori Jean and Cecilia. And yes, I made curry, coconut curry with all my canned food stuff, which is kind of funny because that's another thing how I make money on the side. Because a lot of people can't cook. And this is just leftovers for one family that I cook for. They picked it up. I have it on a little steel cart, and they leave money in a brick, and I go out there and bring the money back in. Because most women, ladies, can't cook.
Hey, most guys can't cook unless they've been in the Boy Scouts.
Right.
That was the first thing my mom taught me after she taught me. Well, second thing, she taught me how to sew first so I could darn my own socks.
The first thing my mom taught me was how to separate my laundry and do it myself. All right. Oh, and Michelle P just came in. Hey, Michelle.
And now Lori knows how to cook. So
yeah,
I like Lori's cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, she keeps teasing me with all these desserts that she bakes. Well, she used to tease me. Now she don't, but yeah.
Oh,
part is,
Jehodak, I made a comment on Doc Bones, Nurse Amy's thing, and there are a lot of these people out there, Christians, saying, "Oh, I don't have to wear a mask. God will protect me." And my response was, "No, he won't. Remember, Christ said, 'Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God.'"
well,
And God
I'll
helps those who
disagree
help
with you on a
themselves.
little bit. I'll disagree to a little bit.
Yeah.
If you're earnest in prayer and if you follow his word, you will be covered under a certain amount of grace. I have been, because I've,
Yeah.
you know, I helped take care of the boy next door, and he
Yeah.
had it, and I didn't catch it. That is grace. I didn't deliberately walk into the middle of Walmart going,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I still wore a mask, but
Yeah.
in the situation, I was covered under grace.
Right. But those are
Because
things
there
that I
was
can
a
do
purpose
anything.
behind it.
Yeah. But there's those out there saying, I can do anything I want. I don't have to wear a mask ever because
That's deliberately invoking
tempting.
the wrath.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
If you want
And
to see wrath, come where I live and you go see the trailer full with 40 people in there. They're not breathing and they're not living. We ran out of
yeah.
space in our coroner's place, and
All
we
right.
have to put people outside.
Okay. So now that we've talked about that, let's move away from that sensitive subject. Yes, Mary Beth, I agree. Very much so. Now, so tonight's thing, we're talking about having a side hustle. And a lot of people acting like, "Oh, having a side hustle, that's a new thing." My brother graduated from high school. My younger brother graduated in 1978. This summer of 77, he started his own little company with his several of his friends from high school and several of the youth friends from church. And he was doing landscaping, working for a cousin who owned a landscaping company, doing, bidding jobs. I mean, he goes, "I have this job. Okay, we'll do for this much," and he go out and do it. And by a year after he graduated, he had 3 full crews working for him, and he had made enough money to buy a house. And this is just what he started out as a high school side job, side hustle. All right. So let me go ahead and bring something up here. Okay, got a little different ways I know of way people make money. So let me get over here. So I'll take that off there. So let's go through these. All right, first off, we're going to talk about, money equals food. So remember that. And you got to make sure you budget everything so you have enough money to get your food.
Dang, that's an expensive potato.
Yeah. Peddlers fairs.
How near you? Oh.
Peddlers fairs are amazing places. Also, farmers markets. So I can't do much in communist Canada. Okay, let's go on here. Okay, so money changing hands doesn't have to be a lot. A little bit can add up. Now, farmers markets, if you grow stuff, you can sell stuff at a farmer's market. My neighbor across the street, Curtis, his kids planted a 1/4 acre of corn last year. They made almost $1,000 selling that corn at the farmer's market. I've planted about half an acre, a little over about probably 2/3 of an acre of corn.
Sweet or dent?
It's sweet.
There's a big difference, folks. Sweet corn you cannot save for later because it gets kind of funny.
Yeah.
Dent and flint are the ones you want for long-term savings, but they're hard on your teeth.
Okay.
Lori, that's enough of
that. Lori, actually, that's a good idea.
No more talking about that stuff. And you got the stuff on the screen. Move on.
Okay. Now, oh, by the way, I'm going to go back to this prices. People will pay more, a lot more, for fresh grown, especially when you say, "Hey, I don't use pesticides on my crops. I don't use, I use natural fertilizer. I don't use the chemical stuff." and make craft stuff, baskets and stuff like that. You'd be surprised. Money. There's Dave. Go. Hang on. Here's Dave. There we go. There we go.
Finding the right angle with everything backwards and
Your chin.
Go for that, folks. Okay.
Yeah. So food right now is money. There has been several prophecies, if you will, people, over the last couple hundred years, talking about the price of gold and food and stuff, and saying, there'll come a time when a loaf of bread is worth a pound of gold.
Mm-hmm.
So,
remember, the Bible says in the book of Revelations, it will cost a day's wages for a loaf of bread.
Yep.
As soon as the mail lets me mail it, Lori, yours will be on the way.
Yep.
Hopefully soon.
All right. Yeah, David. Yeah, cool. And there's a farmer's market up here in Idaho Falls. I got to double check to make sure whether or not it's going to be working. Three weeks ago when my wife was last up here, it wasn't open yet because they were still on the too many large people and can't do it. So someone was talking to the city about making requirements of anybody coming in needs to be wearing a mask. And all the farmers and vendors and stuff were yes, we'll do that.
I have a bypass for that. I contact the farmers direct, like my friend who's a truck farmer. I walked to his place. I said, "You got your truck. Here's the money. Drop off the food in my backyard. Yeah. I don't have to talk to you or contact you." So far, I got so much produce coming out of my ears, it's not funny.
Yeah. So, Lisa Lee says they have 3 per week. Can't touch the produce. Mask requested, 6 foot distance. Okay. Yeah. So
Hold. Who said that?
Lisa Lee.
No. Fish and Love's Life. We are not going into grand solar minimum. We are not. We are entering cycle 25. We are already starting to see sunspots reappearing on the sun, and they are getting more and more numerous. We are not going into grand solar minimum yet. It will happen in our lifetime, provided God doesn't come back soon, but we are not in it yet. Solar cycle 25 is starting, just so you know, and that is a fact.
Okay, that's from a lot of scientists on that. And yeah, you can double check that with suspicious observers. They have a lot of science geeks working on that channel. Working on that channel, and that's what they're into. All right. So picture here, money exchanging for services and stuff. Hey, anybody good with a chainsaw?
Not that way.
Not that way, huh?
I can cut up bodies. I mean, wood really.
Anyway, first let's say hello to Blue Healer and Mama Z, Texas.
Hey, Mama Z.
Yep. Hey, Mama Z. Blue Healer. Did I miss anybody else up here? Let me go back over here real quick.
Lori, do you honestly know what a speakeasy is?
See those little bottles.
Speakeasy. Let's think of Roaring 20s, Chicago, New York, Prohibition, knock on the door.
Enter secret basement.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so where are we here?
Well, that's how, whatchamacallit, Joseph Kennedy made his money, but we're not talking about that part of making money, folks. We're talking legal venues. Lori could do the cooking part like I do, or do like my friend has a truck garden that you rent out property and you grow food for people and you take it to their house.
Or if you have a lot of land, you rent out a lot of a plot for a person who doesn't have the land and they grow their own food.
Now,
anyway, look up on here, you see, the flea markets and stuff, people selling tools. Some people they'll go through and they'll get some tools that look in really bad shape, clean them up, fix them up, repair them, turn around and sell them at a profit. So that's one of the things you can do.
Yeah, it's really easy to fix anything with electric motor. All you got to do is figure out what size brushes are on it, take an eraser off a pencil, clean the commutator, put new brushes in there, and most tools will run like brand new for a year or two.
Yeah.
Yep. Now me.
Ooh, hang on. I like what Lisa's comment here. I'm going to throw it up here. A local farmer who used to do farmers markets immediately switched to weekly delivery from the Dragon, which with website orders sells out of stock in moments every week. Boom.
Yep.
Yeah, I found a local meat market too. Well, it's not really local. It's 15-minute drive in a car, which I don't have, but
yeah,
they get an order in, they're sold out in an hour.
Yeah.
They take, if they bring in their own meat and butcher it, it's gone near instantly.
Yeah. Now, one thing about I can talk for a fact about farmers market, and specifically the pictures I'm going to be showing here right now. Back in California, my town I lived in was Martinez. This is Main Street on Martinez. They have farmers markets starting peddlers fairs starting trying to think of it here. Actually, it's starting tomorrow is the first peddlers fair, and it runs until the second to the last Saturday in August. And I worked it for 2 different ways. One, when I was setting up the community emergency response team for the city of Martinez, I had a booth in there. They let me set a booth up for free, and we sold ice cream and sodas and water. And from that, we bought a lot of equipment for the CERT program. Then the city decided, well, we want, since you're kind of operating under a police department, we're going to give you a budget so you're not out there selling stuff. Cool. They got a budget. I turned around immediately, kept the same space, and told them I was going to use it for the Boy Scouts. And they said, yay, Boy Scouts out there. Yes. And the Boy Scouts would have wagons, and they'd go up and down the street selling water. All right. And we bought a lot of equipment for the scout troop that way. So, but some of them hey, anybody's a type of an artist or whatever, you'll find these at a lot of peddlers fairs, even farmers markets. This is Main Street Martinez. So they sell a lot of stuff. Yeah. And in the background, there's Martio's Pizzeria. Martio plays Santa Claus every year for free for 2 weeks. Okay, now this is someplace else, but look at all the old tools and stuff. You're
making me drool.
I know. I'm looking at these things like, I want that. I want that kerosene
antique tools.
Yes, all those play pretties there.
Torch right there.
Yeah, and the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's got a couple planes there.
Good old-fashioned monkey wrench right there.
Oh yeah.
The hand drills. Look, the hand drills there. The newer one and the older one. I
got 2 of those.
Yeah, the hand sickles.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good stuff there.
I'd go broke quickly.
Yeah, me too.
That's why I don't go to those anymore, because if I had $20 in my pocket, I'd be trying to barter for more.
Yeah.
The hard part is
$20 next month for that. And
okay. Courtney. All right. I'm gonna detract here for a second, guys. Hold this right here. I'm gonna bring up my other thing here real quick. I got to go check in here on something. I'm gonna give you some information. Sit here. Okay. I gotta bring it up here. Okay.
On the left.
I use WordPress.com. WordPress for my website. They host my website. They charge me $18 to host my web page, the Asset Center. So let me go back here now that I brought that out. So getting a website is not that expensive, and you can set it up where you can do use credit cards and stuff on there or PayPal. And you can, like someone was saying earlier about a farmer that when the Red Dragon showed up, stopped going to the farmers markets and started doing everything online, and he's selling out instantly. Do the same thing. Don't worry about having to use Facebook Marketplace. All right, back to this. Okay, and so there's, you'd be surprised what sells at a flea market or a peddler's fair.
Well, I see a cookie jar there that would be really nice.
Yeah.
There's
a YouTube channel. It's out something or other homestead or what. But basically, what they do, a lot of stuff. What they do, they go buy storage. Where a storage locker at a storage facility, is put up for auction. They go and and bid on a lot of those, and they make some pretty good money cleaning, doing that stuff.
But you got to be careful.
Yeah,
you might end up with like that one guy who spent $1,000 and he got $1,000 of garbage.
Yeah. Or the one that spent $1,500 and found a gun safe in there packed full of firearms.
Yeah.
Did you follow the rest of that story? 2 of them were illegal weapons. He lost the entire container full of weapons because they got seized.
There's been several others I know. If they basically get it, they don't even open it there. They take it home. They open it at home, and whatever's illegal, they drop it off at the firearm turn-in at the local police. The anonymous turn-in.
Speaking of which, there will be none of that here soon. Anyway,
no. Yeah. So, so there's a lot of interesting things. I mean, look at all these oil lamps and lanterns and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So anything you have out in the old barn or anything else, boom, you can use it. Now, other things you can do. Like I said, my brother bought a house doing landscaping straight out of high school. My dad used to be a farrier, made a lot of money on the side on the weekends. I used to do tractor work on the weekends, some with my brother and some just other people. They wanted, I had a brush hog and they wanted their pastures for their horses mowed down twice a summer to keep the star thistle from growing up. Concrete work. My brother and my cousins and stuff, we did a lot of concrete work on a Saturday and a Sunday. Sunday when it ran over, usually we try to get it all done on a Saturday. We'd set up during the week in the evening, framing and getting the frames up and all the stuff down. Concrete come in Saturday morning. We pour the concrete, finish it up, and usually be done. Now, for those more modern people, there's Uber, Lyft, and a couple of whatever other ones. The right, where you go pretend you're a chauffeur.
Hi,
Urban Grandpa Pepper. Hey, how's it going?
Now you missed one, Dave.
Hmm?
Gil. Sorry. Going blind, can't see too much. Handyman. Also, when I handyman, I do other things. And my other things is getting rid of these things.
Hang on, let me make you large.
Bugs.
Yeah.
You would not believe what I had to do for this one right here at one lady's house.
What was that? Silverfish?
No. Let me move it. Have blind can't
the
see
one in the middle or the slug?
Cockroaches and silverfish.
Yeah. Silverfish are a pain.
Yeah. You know what it took me to take care of these things? And I got paid good too because she didn't want to pay the chemical company, go in there and spray everything. I put out traps, caught everything, vacuumed everything. Done. 2 days work.
Yep.
Also, it was cheaper than the pesticide company too.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to nuke her house. And she has like cats and little kids and stuff like there. I think I'm going to die from everything else except for that.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So, guys, what other sort of little jobs can you think of that you can do?
I make
Make some
holsters.
holsters, leatherwork. You and
Mine are Kydex. Mine
okay.
are weatherproof.
Yeah, and Will uses leather.
Mm-hmm.
And which is an interesting side point. I saw a picture on Facebook. Some guy had an old cheap leather holster that was for the wrong size gun, and he put a belt thing on it for behind his back, and he went to shove the pistol in it, and yeah, right through. He has pictures that are going right through his behind, through the buttocks muscle. Oh, cleaning.
Had my haircut from the church lady. Excuse me.
Oh, let's not get on the church lady thing.
Okay, hang on. There we go. Here's one here. Let me take us back to this. Oh, Lori, try hedge balls. Hedge balls as in mothballs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He means from the Osage orange tree.
Okay, here we go. If you pick up advertise on the next door service to pick up bits of items from Home Depot, Walmart, Saturday, you can easily make $150.
Yep. Hi, Liberty. Also, another thing a lot of people miss that's very popular nowadays because people don't have money. Learn how to sew.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I have my sewing machine on the kitchen table and, repairing kids' pants, shirts. I have a pile of 40 outfits I got to still finish this week.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I'm asking, what the hell's happened to this guy's pair of pants?
All right. Fishes and Loaves came out with a good one. Car detailing, disinfecting.
Okay, there's one thing that all these ideas are great, but if you don't have the mindset to be able to barter, which is the ability to haggle back and forth on prices, you're going to get ripped off.
Yeah,
so
I don't need any.
If you don't know how to barter, if you don't know how to haggle, find somebody to start practicing with, because it's going to become a very important part of being able to have a side hustle. You have to be able to barter your price. Always start higher than what you want and let them haggle you down to the price you want.
Mm-hmm.
Don't instantly just go $50 and they say, well, I'll give you 30. Don't say, if 30 is your bottom dollar, say, no, I'll take, let's do 45. Let them haggle you back and forth. That way they think they're getting a better deal in the process and you're still getting the amount you want for what you want for it.
Or you may wind up with somebody who's dumb who's like, okay, I'll pay that. That sounds good. Yep. Okay. Yeah, this is one that my neighbor across the street and I did for 2 or 3 years. We were chimney sweeps. I forgot all about that. Yeah. This is back when I got out of high school.
I got to answer one question. Go up a little bit to Liberty Gardens.
Liberty Gardens.
I think it's
Uncle Al. Can you send a dozen? This one?
Yeah, I don't need it. It's Lori Jean that needs it for spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I use a hammer to kill spiders.
Yeah,
it's bio-friendly. Nothing affects it. Just
other than the grease mess you made on the floor and the cracked cement,
or the wall.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you put a hole in the wall, it gives you a chance to practice your drywalling methods.
All right, Pete's got a great little side business there. In fact, I got 3 chainsaw engines that need to be worked on and chains to be sharpened. I can sharpen the chains. I can't work on them small engines. Now you give me a Caterpillar 3208 and I can work on it.
I used to do computer work with the way my arm and hands have been lately. I can't even do that anymore. Yes, I mentioned that earlier before we went live, Lori, that you have tore apart a basement wall.
Yeah.
Mama Z. Good grief. Please forgive Mama Z. She is advocating extreme violence to spiders.
All right, Mama Z just got a 12 on the scale. Woohoo! Yep. All right. Oh, Mary Beth, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Ray had it pretty good, but I do other things with the dog, but they have to leave with the dog while I take care of their problem in the backyard. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Forrest.
What does your dog do in the backyard all day? Right. And they pay good money to have somebody to pick everything up and haul it to the landfill to dump it.
Or the city trash can down the street.
No, I have to do it city dump. I can't dispose animal waste products. I have to drive out there.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yard cleaning service for animals. There you go.
We have a lot of solar collectors on top of people's roofs. What lives between the solar collector and the roof?
Bird's nest.
Right. And what's Uncle Alan's favorite bird to eat?
Pigeon.
Pigeon.
You got it. I got 14 in my freezer.
Not much to them, but they taste pretty dang good.
Oh, you haven't had squab. I got nice squab because we got granaries around here. So all the blue moderns, that's the pigeon. Beautiful squab. I won't say that on live, but
here's the other thing too, Uncle. I'll talk about solar panels. What happens to solar panels during the year, especially during the summer? Yeah,
they get
dirty, and what happens to the production? Power production goes in the toilet. Yeah. So if you can have a good set of ladders and stuff, and a not a high pressure washer, but one of those ones from Harbor Freight that are only like 900
psi.
PSI.
You don't even need one of those. All you need is one of those little teeny backpack garden sprayers that you pump up by hand. That's plenty of pressure to clean those.
Yeah. Well, but you got to get it closer. If you have one of the other ones, you put the stream nozzle on it, and it'll shoot out the 20 or 30 feet, and you have to add a little soap to it, and you wash them down. And
yeah, if I was going to do that, and this is just me personally, because if I'm going to do a job, I want to make sure it's done to a certain degree.
Yeah,
I would be the kind that would show up with a ladder, climb up on the roof, spray it down, then wipe it down and squeegee it off. That way there's no soap residue on it.
Right.
Because in many cities, soaps, even though you rinse it, there's still a thin residue on there. And that literally attracts dust and debris out of the air. It sucks it right to it like a vacuum. Yeah. So just me personally, I'd want to be able to get up there and squeegee it. So the backpacking style would be preferable for me.
Right. Yeah. And also on the backpack one, you want to use the one like Cal Fire with the pump handle on the side. Mm-hmm. That gives you good pressure and it sprays everything.
Yeah, the only thing you got to be careful about cleaning the panels. You got to make sure you wash off most of the dirt before the big crusty stuff before you go with anything else on it to get the little fine dust that's not going to scratch it up. Okay, what's this here? We're overrun with groomers here, but demand many
dog groomers.
Yeah.
And mules. Mine doesn't feel like making an appearance tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have brown recluses here. We do have some of the big wolf spiders and stuff, but we do have I just lost the name of it. The other one. There's the three bad one. Oh, hobo spiders. There are hobo spiders around here.
Do you get tarantulas over there?
No.
I have a problem with those things. I had one lady complain there's hairy spiders in the garage. And I go look and I'm like, oh great. There's like That's why I use the hammer.
See, that's why Mama Z uses a shotgun. She can stay 20 feet away and not have to worry about them jumping.
Yeah, Hodak. Back in my days when I was working for a construction company, I spent some of the time in the shop, and I helped some of the mechanics. We take two of the fuel trucks in the wintertime. We'd tear down and rebuild the engines, and they were Cat 3208s, also known as the garbage truck motor. Yeah, Black Widows.
All right, Lori.
I hate them, but fortunately, I inherited some of my dad's immunity to them. My dad could mess with them all day long, get bit all over the place, and nothing. My brother was, and a couple of his friends were working in tearing out some bunch of ivy and stuff, and most of the crew got really sick. My brother just had like a mild cold, that night. Next day, he was back out there looking at all of a sudden noticed Black Widows all over the place. So.
Trick on Black Widows is you could use vinyl knit, spray on it. Do not smoke when you do this, and let it harden around the Black Widow, and then pound it.
Yes, Lori, that is a fact. If you can make and grow freedom seeds, you will have it made.
Oh yeah.
Just be careful in your bartering process to make sure the people you're dealing with are trustworthy and not planning to use them freedom seeds on you.
Yeah. Yeah, four bang, a 3204 banger. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay. Now, there are some people who are trying to grow their own tobacco. If you do that, guys, you have to go through the paperwork with the ATF. Once you get all the paperwork done, you do the paperwork and get it all legal. Get your everything. You can sell the loose stuff for roll your own or pipe tobacco. And there's actually a good pipe tobacco. My grandmother's brother-in-law, Marshall, he had the best smelling pipe tobacco. As a little kid, I used to love going over to be in Marshall's house. Just like, it smells so heavenly.
Yep. There's just a couple pipe tobaccos that I actually enjoy, but they're getting harder and harder to come by. They don't smell the same they used to.
And then
I got it, Blue. I don't think anybody else did. But
yeah, I got it. But you just made me think of the other stuff. Not the wacky tobacco. Of course, now in a lot of states that's legal to grow too.
If you can grow that legally, you can make a small fortune.
Yeah.
Selling it to dispensaries.
Yeah. But all the cities, counties, and states are piling their processing taxes on it too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they realize they have a gold mine.
Yeah. Here's one. Yes. Yeah. There is a lot of this going on. Some areas though, if they do have the Walmart or Safeway or Albertsons do have some areas have the delivery service too.
Yeah,
but
I wish mine would do it.
But yeah,
walking back and forth with the dang wagon's getting pretty rough.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and take that one down. Look at these others.
Good girl, Lori. Good girl. We don't want you getting in trouble. Because Lori's about to go on a rant. I can see it. I can feel it.
Legal in Canada, can't sell in Canada legally. So if they can't sell it legally in Canada, but it's legal to possess in Canada, what do? Come across to the United States, buy it, and take it back?
Well, it's designed for personal use only.
Yeah. Oh, you can't sell it, but can you trade it?
Nope. It's considered a form of sales. Legally. Definition of the law.
Yeah. Oh, very good idea, Jehodak. So those of you that are good gardeners, hey, there's also a program out there called the Master Gardener. Once you get certified in the Master Gardener program, this would definitely be being a garden consultant would be able to make more money. And of course, there is the Green Wizard's Guide.
I brought stuff to show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Welcome back, Al.
I'm back. Just a little tired. Another good business that one of my friends picked up from me is excuse me. I sell worm poop.
Yeah, there's at the farmers market here in Idaho Falls. There's a local company, family company that basically it's a big worm farm, and they sell the worm castings. That's what they call it, worm castings.
I'm cheaper. I fill up a 2-liter soda pop bottle full of my worm castings. I just call it worm poop, and I sell it for $20.
Yeah.
I got a lot of whatchamacallit, smoker types like to stop by and ask for a bottle.
Oh, sorry.
You're all right, Gil?
I had a lousy sleep last night, and then of course the grandkids were up early this morning. So, and then I was out there working really hard with that Ryobi rototiller one. I posted that video about it 3 hours ago.
Oh, what's it's good for, Lori? Worm poop?
Gardens, especially indoor gardens.
Right, with those special kind of plants, right, Gil?
Any type of plant. It's great for your microgreens and stuff too. It's like the Greenwood says, it's natural plant steroids. Yeah, it's perfect manure, fertilizer for plants.
Yeah, but you gotta get the right kind of worm. Don't use red worm. You want to use the big earthworm type because I believe it's a better casting.
Yeah,
and that you can pick up with a little tweezers or a little scraper, paint palette scraper for paint. Pick it up, put it in a soda bottle. Once the bottle's full, sell for $25.
Or if you get enough stuff, you have composting piles, and you just keep piling on. The worms work their way to the top, and by the time when the bottom is all done, you just have like layers. Trays. You pull that bottom tray off, and yeah, I've seen some of those guys do it. They just have a nice system. They just do it. Micro brewing, not only whiskey but beer. There's a lot of microbrewers around.
You can also do mead, wine.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the other thing that you brew in the ground.
Yeah, but the thing is with wine, you got to be in the right climate to do it.
Right. I'm in the desert. Everybody has a barrel or two of make wine or brandy out here.
Well, that's California. California is big wine country.
I know we got a lot of winos.
Yeah. The French absolutely hate California.
I know. You want to hear a French guy curse really good? Tell him about California wines.
Yep, just tell them, hey, I was just at Napa Valley, and man, they got some good wine.
Oh, we got wine.
They got sparkling wine that's better than champagne. The fight will be on.
Oh yeah, you might get stabbed.
No, you're most likely to get your ear bit off.
Yeah, if we have 20 million people leave California for Canada, I'd be happy.
That'd only make a dent. need about 200 million to leave California. In other words, empty it.
No. You need anybody that lives within 50 miles of the ocean and is not a registered Republican needs to leave. Then the state will be great
Send
again.
them all to Mexico.
Yes.
You know what?
No. Farther. Bogota.
Oh, send them to Venezuela. That's what they want anyway. Send them to Venezuela.
Venezuela.
Because you know what? I bet you I could go down to Mexico right now. Raise my hand and say, I want 50 people to work their rear ends off, and I'll have 150 people line up. I'll move them into California because they're at least willing to work. Okay. They're willing to take and earn what they get, not ask.
All right, guys.
Give it to me, please.
Guys, we got in the chat. Okay. So Mary Beth Smith's husband is in the hospital. And then down here it was
dialysis.
He's having seizures after dialysis. Yeah. So guys, please add him to the prayer list. Okay, now fishes and loaves, yes. And actually it's if you want to take it, that's how good Hershey's is. And then you tell them how good Ghirardelli is, even more better than anything else in the world, and the fight's on.
Oh yeah, they get really
is very good chocolate.
Well, you know what? Jack Daniels and Jim Beam and all them guys may make a decent whiskey. The best is single malt Scotch, which is not technically a whiskey; it's a Scotch. But
right,
yeah.
That's. I'm sorry. When it comes to that, Americans just don't touch it.
Yep. Wrong kind of water. Anyway, another thing I used to do for the last 2 months was selling sourdough starters in 1-quart bags. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know how to do it. It's so easy. It's like get a cup of water and get some flour, about a third of a cup. You put it in a mason jar, put a little cheesecloth over it. Once you see it bubbling, you put it in the bag. How hard is that?
It's hard.
Lori hates Hershey's chocolate. Oh, do you prefer Nestle's?
Then Lori, please do not come down to Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah.
You won't like it one bit because you see chocolate everywhere.
Mm.
But the best fudge in America, and I will argue with anybody on this, is Mackinac Island fudge.
Yep. Swiss is good. This chocolate.
Yeah.
And kombucha, it depends on the climate. I can't do it anymore here. It's too dry. I live in a desert, so if I make a kombucha bottle out of a gallon jug, all I get is a dead fungus. Like I said, I know how to grow things in jars.
Well, some of us have that luxury. I wouldn't dare have the Jameson here. And I don't have a hot tub. I thought about it, but then I realized the neighbors would destroy it, or I'd get told I had to move it, or I'd have to move. So it didn't happen.
All right. All right.
Now that we've derailed the train and ran off tracks.
No, I'm going to take it back to the very beginning. The first comment. P2E said that he does side jobs as an electrician. Well, I know several plumbers who do side job on Saturday and Sunday as a plumber. They're regular plumbers Monday through Friday, but on Saturday and Sunday, they do it and they get all the money to themselves.
Yep.
Lori never had a smartphone to use.
That's my old phone.
It's my current phone.
Oh, you mean like my Nokia 3302?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, our air conditioning in California was put in by someone on a Saturday who was doing it on the side.
Mama Z is officially grounded to her bedroom. She is not allowed to come out till noon tomorrow.
No, it's at 9:30 tomorrow.
No, that's my point. She can't come out until after that. She's grounded.
Come on, quit picking on Mama Z. Yes, all right.
I gain weight every time I watch her shows.
Guess what I had for dinner tonight?
Shush.
Swedish meatballs with barbecue sauce.
Hey.
Well, I'm going to the store tomorrow morning, probably, and which means I'll probably wind up missing her live, but I'll have to watch the replay. But I plan on picking up some stuff because I am making a huge 7-quart chili at the end of this month because we're having a
Dave
barbecue out here.
You have to video making it.
Nope.
That's new content for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Cooking with Dave.
Exactly.
I tried that already. I have less views on all those videos combined than I do on one of my regular videos. I'm not viewed as a cooking channel, which is fine. It's no big deal. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
No, Lori Jean, they get upset if you talk about butchering on the air. A couple of channels did it. One of my favorite channels was the Meat Channel, and they used to butcher everything. And they got taken off the air because a lot of the vegan crowd didn't like it. Especially when you
I plan on buying meatballs. Sorry, Al.
Especially when
Al, you need to get all the ones who used to love that channel, go protest against the vegan channels. Get them pulled off the air. Hey, turnabout is fair play.
Well, see, my apartment was supposed to be repainted 5 years ago because I've been here now. I'm going on my 11th year.
Oh, God.
So they were supposed to repaint these apartment walls. And so my walls are not white. They are dingy, ugly. And it's that cheap bargain basement flat paint.
Yeah.
That when you try to wash it, the paint comes off the wall. So you can't wash it without going into bare drywall.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't scrub my walls. And they're not going to repaint it unless I move.
Yeah.
And I can't afford to move. So I've tried to repaint my kitchen walls. And the stuff from before I moved in still bleeds through.
Yeah, Ray has a good point right there. Hot Days sell frozen flavored crushed ice. You could do one better, do Hawaiian shaved ice.
Mm-hmm. And
kids love that. I have a machine, but because it's wet and I have to manipulate certain things, I can't do it. They'll shut me down faster than lightning. Because it's a big block of ice I have to handle.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. If the mood suits me, I may videotape it.
Yeah. Something else you can do is, and this started out my mom's cousin in-law. Her cousin was Joy. Her husband Riley owns Riley's Jerky up in Greenville, California, and he passed away several years ago. And his two of his boys and one of his daughters took it over. Actually, they were working in there already. That's where they're making all their money. And it was started out as just a little hobby of doing jerky, turned into 3 buildings, processing jerky, selling to all the bars in California, it seems like. And they have a website and stuff, and they got like 6 different flavors of jerky, in their variety pack, and tons of, and they're just going, so that was started out as a side hustle or just a retirement hobby thing, turned into a full-blown business for the family.
Now, if anybody wants to make money quick, you can make.
Prostitution is not allowed.
No, you can make Sailor boiled crackers. Because Nabisco quit making it, and there's only one company still making Sailor Boy. If you can make a duplicate of that, you'll make millions of dollars. Because I have friends in Alaska keeps asking me for boxes of them. of Sailor Boy crackers. And if you live in Alaska, that's like bread to them. And they will pay $19 a box up there.
Yeah.
So what you do, you get a big truck, you load it up from end to end and drive it to Alaska with Sailor Boy crackers. You make lots of money. $19 for a little blue box.
Yeah. And a lot of people, they buy at Christmas time, they get all those Christmas cookies in those metal tins.
Yep.
And they throw them out. And if you can collect them, you load them up and exactly. Oh, that'd be a $50 container there.
That is Faraday cage. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Different subject.
Yeah. But some of you get those ones that are about like so thick and about that big around.
Yeah,
right, butter cookie tin.
Yeah, exactly. You could load those up with those Sailor Boy cracker type, imitation ones. Now there are several websites out there and YouTube channels that do stuff on how to make, like when Hostess went out of business.
Yep.
There were some just made a killing on their stuff because they had already had it out beforehand how to make Twinkies at home and how to do the proper way of the it tasted almost identical to the Hostess cupcake. Yep. Those channels went and they, of course that was when YouTube was paying good money for monetized channels and they made a mint on that. But right now YouTube is not a good.
It is not a good side hustle. There's no real money left to be made in it.
No.
Every year they keep lowering and lowering and lowering the amount of revenue a channel can make.
Oh yeah.
So that
like I said,
I've tried the whole Teespring thing and didn't get a single order except from myself when I ordered something for me.
Yeah.
But I'm actually going to try and open up a Teespring store for Charles' channel because there's actually a lot more people with money there for some reason.
Yeah.
Also, you our communist friends or communist overlords don't like certain channels, so they kind of flatline your channel viewing. And I won't say who, but it's like me. I always get flatline. I never go past 46 again.
I keep gaining 1 or 2, then I'll lose 20, then I'll gain 1 or 2. So
yep, did it here.
That's why I never truly believed my channel would actually ever get monetized. If it makes it, it'll be a surprise. I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah.
If I'm really desperate for money, I'll do a French nail. And if anybody remembers history, what they were made of, 3/8 rebar. All I need is a blowtorch and an anvil. And this thing will crush. Go ahead.
I got it. I got the anvil, and I got the blacksmith hammer, and I got blowtorches.
Okay. Gil, that might be a good video for you to make. Do you know what the French nail is?
Never heard the term before.
Okay, it's like a trench knife, but it's used in World War I. Okay, you just marketed it as a tent peg, like Batterman did.
Or oh shoot, there's that fancy name for a gardening shovel.
Right.
They're
entrenching tool.
They're about 2 inches wide.
Right.
About 6 to 8 inches long. They're
serrated and sharp. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a gardening
tool. Good evening,
tool.
Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. But anyway, the French nail, Bannerman bought a whole boatload, put 4 together, and used to sell for the Boy Scouts as tent pegs because it was easy to stick it into the dirt, easy to pull it out because it had a D handle. And he would paint them orange. So it's safety. And it was a big whopping price of $1.25. $1.25 back then.
Right. It's similar to a hori hori. The gardening tool hori hori. I think that's what they're called.
Yeah.
All right.
So they asked me if I could make a holster for them. I said, without one in hand, it's kind of hard because there's like 200 different varieties of it. So it's hard to make a holster for it.
Yep.
All right. So so Wednesday, Courtney at Wide Family Farm is going to go live. to celebrate her hitting 200 subs. And if anybody here is not subscribed to Wide Family Farm, hit
Get
them
to
up.
it.
Yeah, they got good stuff. Which reminds me, I haven't seen anything for a couple weeks. I bet the AI unsubscribed me again. Blankety blank.
Could be.
Yeah.
I got unsubscribed to 30 channels. I spent all day rescribing. It's really fun.
Yeah. I got to double check something here real quick, guys. Wide Family Farm. Boom. Yes, it unsubscribed me again. Freaking.
I love YouTube. They always play these stupid tricks on us.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Courtney, I'm back on there again.
You know, they have my location in Galveston, Texas. They had me one time, what was it? Osaka, Japan. Another time in Nigeria. I live in Boondocks of Cali. I'm nowhere near those places. And I have the location thing off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, so she's up to 207 subscribers.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. So Lori got her for 206, and I just made it 207. All right.
I got to double check on Lori. I think I still got her, unless they took them off of me again.
Yeah, I need to double check that too, because
Yeah.
everybody told you I got. Because I just realized something. I haven't seen. Come on. The thing is, I hate it because they took the thing off the where you could just on the comment you could go to.
Yeah, they keep changing it because too many people were actually using AI bots to massive sub and get resubbed.
Yeah.
So that's why that got changed. Because
Okay. Dang it. I'm gonna have to go into one of the comments on my video. So Lori, make a comment on one of my videos, and that way I can go back and make sure I'm subbed to you again, because I haven't seen anything from you for a little bit.
She hasn't done anything for a little bit.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm still subbed to her.
I know. I keep pressuring her. I'll learn to speak someday to do something, but she keeps telling me to go fly a kite in a windstorm.
Okay, folks, I gotta take off. I hear my mother screaming at me in Japanese, so
Okay.
I'll catch you later.
All right, Al, thanks for coming up. All right, so actually, so what do we have up here? That was, go back here. All right. I think we pretty much covered just about everything here. And we did it in an hour's time. Woohoo! So, anybody has any other ideas about things to do and would like to come up here and join us, there's the link. Trolls beware.
And Hammer's waiting.
Trolls beware. I've put several in jail already. Rather, my former team has put them in jail since I retired. Cool. Milking rabbits. No. I ain't going to do that.
I'd rather milk a cat. I'm not doing that either.
Wait a minute. Here we go. Okay. I can milk the rabbit.
Oh, awesome. Selling rhubarb.
Cool.
Now, what you need to do is when you sell your rhubarb, tell them I'll sell it to you on one condition. I want a nice, fresh, sweet rhubarb pie. Hey, getting started.
Getting started in homesteadings here. All right. Yeah. Oh, all righty. See, I'm trying to think of any other things that anybody could do. Oh, photography. Anybody out there an amateur photographer?
Actually, there's one thing we haven't mentioned that we normally do mention:
And that is,
canning for people.
what was that?
Canning for
Canning.
people.
Oh,
Offer up your services to can for them.
mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, I'll can it. You provide the jars. I'll do, for the food and stuff. I'll can it, and a little bit of money and 1 or 2 jars out of it. So you actually refill your pantry as well as stocking their pantry.
Yep.
No, I can't do babysitting. My patience level is pushed to the limit with the one I already have.
Rustic Tradition Homestead.
Hey, Rustic.
They sell eggs and chicken and chicks.
Are you volunteering, Lori, to come down and do it?
All right. So Courtney does take pictures. Yeah. Now, here's something that is interesting. All right, my daughter, because she has a autistic son, but anyway, before she was married, her degree is in child. I can't forget it, but basically dealing with children with problems and stuff, and not just autism, but other disabilities and such. And so because she has a son who has autism, she gets a certain amount of free social services, provided. And one of the ladies that comes over and works with Eli was telling her that even though she can do stuff part-time for the school district as a contractor to the school district and make $40 to $50 an hour. It's not full-time, but it's still
10 hours a week. That's $400.
Yeah, exactly. A week.
Mm-hmm. And that's easy to get, that 10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
See, I thought for a while of actually going out and doing
something like that, fishes and loaves. Yeah, but she got her bachelor's in it, 4-year degree. So
yeah, see, I've thought about doing consulting work before for various things, but if anything goes wrong, it comes back on you instantly. If you consult for somebody and even if they do it wrong, but they said they got the idea and the information from you, you are legally responsible when you do consulting work. Mm-hmm. So that's why I've never done it. So all it takes is one jerk who stopped in McDonald's and bought a hot cup of coffee that says "caution hot," spilled it on themselves and got $2.8 million.
Yes, she did.
She was broke within 2 years, but hey, that's beside the point.
Mm-hmm. Well, I do have a retirement hustle. And there it is. And the part that I make money off of when I do it is that page is dropped off there. What the heck? Oh, there. No, it's not. Preparedness assessments. There it is. So I do for do stuff like that. People want to know how their business is prepared for emergencies and stuff, anything like that. That's what I do. And it helps the fact that that's what I used to do for Homeland Security. Yeah. This. Oh.
Not really. Not really.
All right.
Not that. I was reading something else.
Yeah, I'm looking at his.
Mm-hmm.
Just needs to build a foundry. My youngest son so wants to build a forge, and not just a forge, but multiple forges. Gas as well as coal.
If you want to make a small little foundry type thing, go check out King of Random. Before Grant passed away, he actually on his channel put up several different small foundry type things. Mm-hmm. Or foundries. Making a forge is slightly different because you need hammers, the power hammers, and all that stuff to do it effectively.
All right, there's some public information there, guys. And the follow-up on that is, yeah.
Welcome back, Howie.
Hey, Howie.
Yeah, Jehoiadak, I had, back when I was many years younger, I had counter surveillance gear. And I was going to go in and do counter surveillance work as well as talk about stuff like that. But the competition for it is small but fierce. So getting into something like that is really difficult.
Yeah.
Cool.
It jumped on me. Man, it jumped a lot. Choosh. Okay. Yeah, to getting to melt brass. My dad used to do it with his coal forge he used to use for his horse showing business, and he'd melt down brass without. He had a special crucible he'd put in there to melt brass in.
Want to say hi?
Oh, that's something else you can sell at farmers markets and peddlers fairs and stuff, quilts and stuff.
Mm-hmm. 11:15 at night, and there's kids outside screaming bloody murder.
Sounds like it's time for water balloons. Oops.
No, it sounds like it's time for a water gun. With a little bit of, never mind.
Yeah.
You got to treat it like a cat. Put some vinegar in it.
I was thinking Tabasco sauce.
No, I don't want them scarred for life.
All right, guys. I think we covered good ideas, what everybody can, different things people can do for doing a side hustle to make a little extra to, cover increasing expenses, or if you prefer, pack on those extra cans of dehydrated 10-year supply food, like dehydrated onions, garlics, and stuff like that. And
yeah, melatonin gun sounds wonderful. And Lori, she is eating it, yes.
Oh.
The sad thing is I can hear it through, because these are open backed headphones, so I can hear everything outside through my headphones and on the microphone as well. So I'm getting it in stereo in more than one way.
All right, everybody. So before I head out, let everybody know on Tuesday, for Tuesday, we're going to talk about YouTube.
You're
And
going roboto again.
I don't have anything else up. I shut it down. All right, so I'm going to be talking on YouTube about YouTube visibility. Something I've noticed a lot of you out there are not doing, and that's putting tags for your channel and separate tags for your videos. Because I've seen some good videos that had no tags on it at all, and so the viewing on it isn't going to be good. So that'll be Tuesday, 7:00 Mountain Time for Tactical Tuesday. And hope to see everybody later and have a good weekend. And as always, stay happy, stay safe, and stay prepared. And if you don't have a garden yet, get a garden in if you can.
I wish.
Yeah. All righty. Take care, everyone.